garden, personally. I was in the hills, in our St. James in here, burning coal for 6 weeks, cutting down coal wood to burn for a coal, that we can get it to cook into the stove. And when I come out of the hills now, draw the coal the Good Friday, and come out and distribute a bag of the coal to a vendor, and go around to my brethren to ask him what's going along, and tell me, say, well, police is in the area. So I leave now from the brethren and come up to my gates, still in Granville. These things that I'm telling you happen. And when I come up, I get no idea that was sister that I rest together as my empress. And then I trod now to a higher hills called Charman, where I farm, my little farming and so on. And was in Charman Mountain for around 4 days until I leave there and trod to St. Elizabeth and the daughter. Call here to the part of St. Elizabeth where I trod, called Cedar Spring, is around 28 miles from Montego Bay. And we trod all night. And when we reached there, they clean out. So when we were there with our brethren now, called Bongo Levi, and tell him what happened, the people them know when I was going up, they try to stop I from enter the area of the brethren house then. So we mustn't go up there. So I asked them why. Them said because Rasta kill police a Montego Bay.
Coral Gardens men come down from the night. And then come take an eye now. Murder an eye. To make things with an eye. And send it back in prison.
And they grab me. And they put a rope right round me, you know, make sure that they rope me, go down foot, heavy head. And they tell me like banana.
Come up to me yard when I handcuff we and handcuff we. One of the policeman said, when the policeman said, man, you could have had a great mind. Burn down the building. Mr. Man, what they said to me? Mr. Man, you don't build up it fast enough for you build it down. Build up it. That one of them got one long gun. See that way? You can't see it. Look on it, man. You have one long gun in this one gun. Ram! On it, the two head move. One of my sisters went down and scream out. He says, you scream out. Not me, I said, no. Me tell him go down, sir. I don't want to
I was in Wakefield, touchdown Trelawney, on the 12th of April, 1963, where Bustamante and Harley Regine come down to say, kill Rastafari. And them take I from Wakefield. In fact, them cruel to I from Wakefield to Montego Bay. When I go to Montego Bay, I have to kneel down on my knee at 14 and put me on my head and shut up my eye. It's don't go high self, not lick high self. To every man have a privilege. If you dig out your eye, there's nothing unto the government.
In that time, you know, they usually beat Rastas and shoot them and all them things and lock them up, and some get prison and some get jail and pay some cash and find them, and some go to prison.
The government said they carrying all Rasta dead or alive. Either their head, cut off their head and carry them in, or kill them and carry them in, no charge. But them take we 3 years imprisonment.
They carry me to the Montego Bay jail right in the center of the town. They beat us, then do everything to us. When we ask for water, they push us out in the brilliant sun. And they wait until when the sun hot. When you look at the concrete, man, you see the heat coming out of it. And they take up the hose, they have the water hose personal. And they touch it on the hydrant. And they spray us in the water, in the middle of the sun.
And the night was come down and them try to search me, because they want me. Then we call out. And the bad dog, them, all kind of dog, them come up and ready to heat up my structure. But see, as I was a humble youth at them time, they couldn't eat I up. Come in the war them. They stood up and you what them have to say. Then came to go to jail. Beat me very, very properly, beaten from the generation. And then came to go to jail. Then lock I down. And then lock I down now, I believe then give I bail. And sentence for 30 days in prison. The first sentence that.
I don't see the half of Coral Garden incident because I was at North and I couldn't go round and round to see the half. I couldn't walk out because it was danger. Which I tell you from
story of Coral Gardens told by those who experienced that atrocity. You know, when I listen to it, I may say, why, you know, look where Rasta there. No. When the whole of Jamaica was against Rasta, I mean, even at my little time, me see people, not police, people look at Rasta and say, dirty Rasta, nasty Rasta. Go cut off on the dirty, that dirty ear and all them something and take buckle, broke buckle and cut off Rasta ear. Now that which was once thorn on your head has now become a crown. Now we say, whole heap of ones want that look, just the look. Because them still have a problem with the philosophy and the opinions of the Rastafari brethren and sistren. But you know, today I look on this inauguration of this Pope and I say, you know, I talk and I say, but look at how, in a very obscure place in the earth, a place named Israel, Palestine, very obscure place in the earth, a peripheral thing happen, and it give rise to where we see God in a room today. Hundreds of thousands, and a matter of fact, 1 billion people rally around this so-called Vicar of Christ in one of the richest cities in the world and the smallest city in the world. And we say, wow, look there, a little obscure place in the world with some obscure people give rise to that. So we just reflect on the Rastafari movement in a very weird way. There's a parallel drawn in an obscure island, very obscure island, with some very strange looking people. It gives rise to a cultural expression that now define what it is to recognize life and nature and the energy that life really give to people who want to receive it as something of value. Rastafari, they are still in all of that.
Yes, in Black River Police Station. And on the 8th day now, they transfer us to Balaclava Police Station and carry us to Balaclava Courthouse.
I was working at Ayashore, and I hear that they're coming on with Rasta. And I sit down there, and after what I see, some police and soldier and pavilion, they come through the cane. A cane piece was out there, right there. And the whole they come through, and then take me first. After they take the other brethren, and go to our next part, go that side, and take our next one. We go Falmouth, but that jail couldn't hold me, and then carry go to Falmouth. And I stay at Falmouth Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, court. We got court.
what did they charge you with?
Breach of the public law.
The Thursday morning, around 4 o'clock, I hear a rolling, coming very fast. And when you come up, I hear it stop, I will date like here, so. And then, boop, 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 boop. I board house. I mean, like, I have a little keyhole, and I prep out, so. They see soldier like sand green. You go back and say, massive, police and soldier out there, you know. So they have a little brother live before me. I realized and let down the door and then go in and then start murder him and then drag him out.
Murder, Mr. Murder. The guy that murder me, man. All the woman with piece of chicken and all them kind of way that. And then they show them for me, I said, them beat me to kill me. Stone, iron. Everything they fine. Yes.
What I do now if it's here, ma say no. We get take off the mattress off of the bed and we put it in the corner and then go in the mattress and we tie the mattress down there so and we tie it up there so. And then when the head, the wheels can go in now. That's when we get this here then from brutality with the big belly. Taking the Friday night, have the baby this Saturday night. Death road. But me say me not go in a hospital because it's a judgment, me not go. And me stay there till the Almighty Jah help me and then take out the baby for me. See him? Me bleed till me white. White like it's a white clot. Then I have no blood in me. And I 7 days the baby live. 3 spoonful of tea, no breast until him die.
The Friday, it was born wickedly. The hard man, the hard Rasta man, Junior Gully. And so then they hard them, they kick them, they tell up them jump and Rasta man.
The memory of the struggle that Rastafari have gone through, supposed to stick with that and I. In the 60s, we never have so much car, we never have so much money amongst Rasta. But guess what? There was a love and there was a unity. We need to cooperate our divine energy together and to unite round the divine consciousness of Selassie and to love one another supremely. We have a responsibility and we have to make sure that this government is answerable to what happened to Rasta in 1963. And we say this without any apology.
Before the Coral Gardens thing in 1963, you used to hear frequently of people getting 7 days or 30 days or a few months for smoking, possession, and not even trading in ganja. But they changed the law after this trial to a mandatory sentence of 18 months for possession. First offense. And it was used as a blanket law to pull in people, Rastafarians especially, who are giving the government trouble, perceived trouble, political and otherwise.
Even if you were in possession of a few grains of ganja or even ganja seeds, but not actually the leaves of the ganja, you could be charged for a criminal offense. And it didn't only affect the poor people and the working class people, it affected everybody in the society. It not only meant that here was an oppressive tool in the hands of the police, but it also was a tool that led to the corruption of the police force. And the long-term effects of that, I think, are still being felt in the Jamaican society today.
I think the idea came from the parliamentary debate which took place when the PNP government was in power. I think it was 2007. There was a debate initiated by Mike Henry, who has always personally been very vocal as an advocate for reparations. And he proposed a motion in the House of Representatives, and everyone who spoke was very strongly in favor of the concept and the principle that a reparations claim should be made for the damages caused by the atrocities of the slave trade and the slavery institution.
My role in spearheading the parliamentary debate rests in the essence of one, and I think it is the truth, that we have never had a political decision on reparations. It is my firm belief, and I stand ready as my independent person to take it to the International Court of Justice. But I think it would stand more support in that area if it has a political decision by an elected Parliament of Jamaica. And it would allow all the politicians hiding behind merely platform speeches and still cowering to the British government do not recognize that all we are demanding is that what you paid to the slave owners, you must pay to the slaves.
I think the way you're supposed to get it is, reparation with repatriation. And when I talk about for slavery, we talk about this government now, a them response because same Labour government and them present now in our parliament. I think them are the ones to adjust this thing.
That means influencing the political system. That now would have to be left to the real believers in Rastafari because they've looked in politics as politricks. Now therefore I maintain, and this is a totally Mike Henry position, I believe that that voice comes through religion. I believe that once we recognize Rastafari as a religion, we recognize marijuana as a sacrament of the Rastafari faith, just like the wine that is used in the ceremonies of the Roman Catholic Church or any other form. Then you place Rastafari in the social context of Jamaica.
One of the greatest injustice that has been with us since slavery was abolished is lack of land. 90% of Jamaicans are squatters. That's what we're called, squatters, and can be evicted from any piece of land at any time without notice. It takes away your total dignity. And so if nothing else is given, I think the black people in Jamaica should be given lands. Legal tenure to lands. I think land make you, being a landowner, gives you honor.
Testimonies we heard tonight were specific to the Coral Gardens incident. But elders like Ma Ashanti, I see her tonight, and so many others could testify of the many humiliations and the many acts of discrimination that they suffered on account of this movement. But yet, by holding fast to their faith, by holding fast to their principles, they were able to prove that they are neither mad nor bad. Then if you're not mad and you're not bad, you must be good. You must be holy. You must be sacred. And that is what the Rastafari movement has come through and survived in order to reach where it is now. Where you can find yourself an international movement. A movement embraced by all races and classes of people.
Every year, Rastas commemorate the 1963 incident through drumming and personal testimony. Testimonies like those you have heard here. But the annual commemoration is about more than what happened in 1963. It is also a celebration of how much Rastafari has thrived despite this history of persecution. And it is a window onto how the whole country holds the legacies of Western imperialism, racial slavery, and political nationalism. These are the historical foundations of contemporary violence in Jamaica and throughout the Americas. And this is what we must now all fight to overcome.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.